we can start. Thank you everybody for joining our next webinar. As you can see from the screen, today we are going to focus on something maybe a little bit more technical. We will be focusing on how to set up your CRMs to to automate the work that you do manually, so it can help you really meet your goals. Today with me here is my colleague Thomas, and well, he is very smart. I recommend you to follow him also on LinkedIn and check some of his interesting posts. And he will today be showing you how we set up a CRM. In our case, is Pipedrive, but this works for basically any of the not only major CRMs but also for local CRMs like Raynet. You can set it up exactly the same way. So if I might take the screen sharing for a second,
Okay.
I'm taking over for a while. So who we are and why we believe we understand a thing about this. So we are from Leadspicker, and we don't focus only just on outreach and generating leads, but we have been building very smart automations and GTM workflows for a lot of brands that you actually might know, and we share some of our work. We share some of our work very often on LinkedIn, and some of them I believe is pretty unique. Like this one that is taking data from the CRM system and monitoring all the contacts for signals. So imagine having AI that reads every day the post of all your customers or all the people who are your pipeline about to close, and notifies you when somebody is posting something with a signal that they are ready to buy. So things like this. We are sharing a lot of resources. So I recommend to follow us or follow us on YouTube. A lot of resources are then shared with you, so you can just set it up and it just works. I'll go back to the presentation. Uh, let me stop the screening and we can start. Don't worry, we don't have that many slides today, so we have it more like just a background. Okay, so what you are going to see today, uh, we will show you two things, and if we have some time left, we might go even deeper into some details. Basically, I will cover why we think this topic is important, and then Tom will hand over and he will show you how we set up our own CRM, our own automations. We will focus on making sure that no leads get lost. So every reply on LinkedIn, every reply on any email campaign, any person that engage with your content and the like, any comment gets all saved in CRM with all the necessary informations and history. And then we show you how we do some scoring, so understanding which company or which person is actually relevant, how we prioritize them, and when just the salespeople go and reach out manually. Tama, can you show the second slide, please?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. Here we are. So let's start with a little, well, not really a story, but this is the reality. So with more and more customers that are joining our platform and we work with them, they always tell us the same story. So we have very expensive CRM, and but we don't really see that it's helping us a lot because it has a lot of features that we don't maybe even know about, but we just import all the data manually, and it sometimes they tell us it's just adding, instead of saving time, it's adding some workload, so it's adding administration. um, So this is exactly why we want to show you automations like this, because everybody who is in sales knows uh, just how much work it is to keep uploading data, and everybody who's in marketing know all these spreadsheet importing in CRM. So we believe this can be done better. Can you go on the next one? Yeah, so if you set it up properly, then you can really have your calendar full of meetings, or your salespeople can have calendar full of meetings, which is what we want. Um, so what what can be done with CRMs? I think even much more things than what we have on the slide. But what we want to kind of show you consists of lead capturing. So we will capture leads from multiple sources. To repeat again, from emails, from LinkedIn, and from content. Then we qualify them just to make sure that not every uh, person that likes your comment, or not every person that replies on campaign might be that relevant, and some of them are higher priority, so you reach out, right away manually. Some of them are fine for automated campaign. Yeah, data enrichment updates, very important, because every CRM system is outdated. I never met a company that had a CRM system up to date. So what we've done with them, for example, is to just match all the people in their system on LinkedIn, so with LinkedIn profiles, and then check if they are still working at the same companies or if they moved somewhere else. And then we set up our robot that updates the CRM every week or every month, and updates you or notifies you if there is a change, and lead scoring, yeah, as well. So now I think we are sort of done with slides, and we will go into live demo. Before I hand over words to Tom, I would like maybe to just throw a question to a little bit, to a little bit see if you are actually listening us or not. So, quick question: what CRMs are you using? You can use the chat. So what CRMs are we talking about here? So please, if you can, yeah, Pipedrive, great. Do we have any? Yeah, Pipedrive 2, great. Another Pipedrive, yeah. Well, they should spot their ass. Pipedrive
Yes.
and Salesforce. Okay, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So that's great. So we have two things. We will be showing this today for Pipedrive and yeah, HubSpot. It works the same way. Well, the API is a little bit different, but you can do the same also in HubSpot, of course, in Salesforce. Also, you can do it with the local ones. Tom, I think the stage is yours. So tell us what you are going to present.
I will present our CRM. And basically, we had a huge issue last year that we had many responses of the outbound campaigns, also the many responses on LinkedIn campaigns, and we also had a lot of likers and commenters, basically on the LinkedIn posts. But main issue was that we didn't keep a track about those leads, and we just losing the opportunities almost every week. So basically, we decide to start using the CRM more, because previously we just using the CRM more likely only for the qualified leads, like lead already book a call. But since end of December, we decide to utilize also the CRM for the normal leads. And lead, as we define the lead, is some positive reply on the outbound campaign, some inbound activity, for example, downloaded resource, or just send a form via website, or just like or commented the LinkedIn posts. But when we start doing that, we just really quickly realize that we have over last 3 weeks over 300 leads and is not manageable manually. So we just finding the way how to prioritize some leads, because as you already know, if you have multiple leads, not every lead is that hot and that relevant as the others. And basically, that's the first thing what we would like to show you today. And the first thing is a lead qualification, because for us it is important to talk in a time with our ICP. We just defined ICP as some salesperson or C-level that using the premium profile on the LinkedIn and is from some software company slash some marketing company and etc. And the rest of the people are not that important here. Not that important means they are not right fit into our ICP. So we just start doing the classification. We just start classifying each lead that basically come from one of the basically that come one of these sources and channels that we are using normally for the acquisition. As you can see, not every lead is a classified, because the leads that are not classified are created manually by directly the sales reps as a potential opportunities. But the rest of the leads is basically the classify, and I will show you how we are scoring that. As you can see, every time when we classify the lead, we also labeling the source. Basically, here is an outbound positive reply. So for us, that means is a reply on the email. After that, we also start taking the LinkedIn replies and etc. And each lead can has the three different labels. Basically, the three different labels starting from a high priority to the medium priority and to the low priority. Basically, the high priority is basically leads that matching on 100% basically our ICP. And when I will open some of the lead, for example, like this thing, you can see that basically here we just matching some basic information like a website of a person, a LinkedIn profile of a person. We have there the communication from the LinkedIn. Unfortunately, the communication is in a Czech for the English speaking viewers, but we have there something called a score. And I would like to share how we counting the score. We just decide for the counting the score, utilize the data enrichment and some classification model that we built via GPT directly in our platform. Now I just will sip the water a little bit, so
Yeah,
Vlastě, you can
just before you jump into the showing how the classification works, so just for me maybe to clarify, uh, all the data comes in to the CRM, and we choose in Pipedrive the section leads because there's just too many leads. Not everybody is equally important, and we are turning them into opportunities or deals only after we actually qualify them. If I mean, after somebody talks to them and realize that they actually are really relevant, just to keep some hygiene in our CRM. The labels or the sources here are emails. So anybody who responded positively, we check the sentiment. So AI is reading the email, and if it's that they are interested, it creates the lead here. It's LinkedIn. So if somebody replies on our LinkedIn campaign or connection request and says yes, I'm interested, only then it automatically gets created into our CRM system. Then we have yes LinkedIn likers, commenters. So somebody commented on our post like, yeah, this automation is amazing. we get them immediately into system. And also we having signups. So we have signups being set up here as well. So if somebody signs up to the platform, the other labels there are some priority, which is what will Tom show you how he classifies what is more, let's say, what's the higher priority, what lower, and also, but this is very versatile. You can do anything. I think if you scroll to the right, you can see that we are also tracking if the people visited our webinars. So yeah, not you need yeah. There is a was on webinar. Yes, no. Yes, Luma registration, that's our newsletter system. So all of these is for us. This is also adding some attribution to the overall score, because I don't know, all if they have the paid LinkedIn profile, it's attribution to the overall score, because we just know that some people who already are engaging with our content, pay for LinkedIn, and maybe follow Pipedrive. This might be the next one. Are just more relevant, and we should get in touch with them immediately. Okay, Tove, can you show how you do the score?
Yes. Basically, score I'm doing in a platform called the Leadspicker. That's our main product. Basically, based on the attendees, most of the attendees already Leadspicker using. So, long story short, Leadspicker is a sales automation tool that has ability to also automate outreach, but the main part and the more popular part in last few months is still the enrichment part, because we also providing the smart table where you can enrich the information from a website of a company, from a LinkedIn profile of a company, and etc. And you can really fast execute basically some information about each person and each company. Basically, in this table, you are able to do the research as normal salespeople doing, like when somebody fill the form, they are going usually on a website of a company, deciding if this lead is relevant or not. After that, they visit the LinkedIn profile of that person, and again deciding if this is a relevant lead or not. And after that, they are writing. So basically, we are doing that everything
But
here
but
in this table,
automatically. Yeah.
and automatically. Yeah, exactly. As Leadspicker works, as I already mentioned, you can enrich the multiple information. For the enrichment of information, there is a functionality called the magic columns that offering the information like a LinkedIn company description, company website summary, the company website text, or the position, basically enrich the person position. If you have only the person and a LinkedIn, if you have only the person and the company name, we are also able to enrich the LinkedIn profile of a person. And after that, we are again able to basically enrich the rest of the information. You can also enrich the present position summary to execute what is responsibilities of a person in an organization. Also, for example, the education and etc. And after that,
If I might jump in with some real world examples, some customers are using this to scrape the website, and then instead of you looking at the website deciding if this company, for example, that the company it's a manufacturing company, but one of our customer, they are focusing on manufacturing companies that produce only like a few PCs per year, and not like thousands. This is something that it's very difficult to classify based on some filters. So what they do is that they use this feature to scrape the whole website, and then the AI column, and they ask AI, okay, so is this company a fit? Because our relevant companies are manufacturing that do this and that, and based on this, then qualify them. Yeah. So this is one example. Another example is that, well, this is our example. With some of we are looking at experience and sometimes also education of the people, because we want to direct somebody who is very technical, more on me or Tom, and somebody who is, let's say, less technical, on our colleagues, on our colleague, because we just might overload them with all our buzzwords and technical things that they don't understand. So we can do this as well. You can do this as well.
And now I will continue basically from magic column. That most important column is a custom column. That's normally the GPT. So if you are using normal chat GPT, so you can expect that this is pretty same. And now I will show you how I just utilize that for the leads classification. As you
uh,
can see,
can you
uh,
make it a little bit bigger? I don't know if you can, yeah, zoom in, yeah, just to see what is there. Yeah, so we have there the like necessary information like name, job title, but also, yeah, can you
as you can
explain
see,
what you can see?
as you can see, basically here are the enrich information. We are automatically enriching the company LinkedIn profile. If for some of the person LinkedIn profile is missing, we enriching information if a person has the LinkedIn profile or not. Sorry, if the LinkedIn profile, if person has the premium LinkedIn profile or not, because in terms of the software that we are selling is really important. We just see that the people that already using the premium LinkedIn profile conversions are much higher than with the non-premium users. After that, we also counting the number of followers into final score. That's also enriched via magic column. After that, we are enriching also the company size. Basically, that's the also important information. And after that, we are enriching the information from the LinkedIn company description. And last information that we are enriching is a person position. Uh, to show you what exactly we are enriching, we are basically able to enrich all the information that are on the LinkedIn, like on this LinkedIn page or the person profile LinkedIn page. But we are also able to work directly with a whole text on the website and utilize that also for the classification. And after that, I just built some easy classification model where I would like to score each information that I enrich. As a first, I just starting with an evaluation about the LinkedIn. If person has a LinkedIn profile, we just counting that for the 30 points. If a person does not have the premium LinkedIn profile, we just counting that as a 0 points. And here, this is a basic prompt for GPT. If input contain yes, here input is a boolean. Is a basically if the basically true or false value. If the LinkedIn is a premium, is there the value? Yes. So the prompt looks like that. And when I just launch that for the people that has a premium LinkedIn profile, they just receive the 30 points. After that, similar thing, I just continue with a job title evaluation. Here we just showing you our ICP. So you can reach out to us after the call if you match our ICP. Happy to jump on a call. No, that's just a joke. Basically, here again, we evaluating the job title. This is a job title. This is a majority job titles of our users. So basically, if somebody is a C level, we just counting the 20 points for that. If somebody is a sales manager, marketing manager, business development manager, we just counting that for 15 points and etc. And as an input in a prompt is again the position of the person. And we just continue with multiple other evaluations, also like number of followers, company size evaluation, and etc. For you, it's really important to see only the way how we are doing that, but the exact criteria is absolutely up to you. You can set up that the main factor for you is industry, or the main factor for you is education of a person, or some technical background of a person. We have also a lot of people that utilize that for the scoring the candidates on the positions based on education and based on a previous experience. Basically, use cases, it's totally up to you. Here is important to only demonstrate how you can evaluate that. After that, we just also evaluating the industry, where we have named the industries that basically are the most relevant for us, that receiving 10 points. In other cases, they receive 0 points. And here we just working with a LinkedIn company description and with a website summary description, because in description of a company, you have on 100% mention what company are doing. So why not to utilize that for the classification? And by the end of a day, we just basically we just sum the whole total score. And basically, the prompt is pretty easy. Sum all these inputs, and we just get some final score. And based on a final score, we just assign the label. Those labels are basically mapped directly in a Pipedrive. So basically, the low priority here is also the low priority in a Pipedrive. And after that, because for us it's also really important to splitting that if people are speak Czech, or basically they are English speaking, because we just routing the leads for different sales reps. So we just classifying also as a last step if the person has a Czech name or not. And here to show you the final lead score model, here I have some intervals, basically where I'm assigning the priority, basically for the people that has more than 60 points, they just receiving the higher priority. The people that has between 29 up to 59, they're receiving the medium priority, and the less under 29, they are receiving the low priority. And all these data are basically synced directly in a CRM. When somebody reply to us to basically score this lead and put it into the CRM, it takes us around 2 minutes basically to from a reply to basically add the lead directly in a CRM also with a score. We just using for that integration directly with a Pipedrive. And yeah, maybe Vlasy would like to jump in.
Yeah. So it looks complicated, but it's not at all. And it's exactly what you would be doing manually. So if I really simplify it, look at the website, look at the profile, just think if this is relevant or not, and how close to the ideal person it is, the better score it gets, and then everything goes into the CRM system. Tome, you can show in a minute. You can show the integration, but before you log into to the other account, I will show you how. There was one important thing that Tom mentioned. We are also checking the language, and we are actually speaking to people in 3 languages. So to the local Czech and Slovaks in Czech, then to people from Germany, Austria, and Switzerland with German name to in German, and then for the rest of the world in English. And just to show you, all of that can be just the end of the workflow could be that it's in the CRM system and you reach out manually, or you can set up automated workflow, something like this. Yeah, something like this. So if I make it bigger, So this is one of our automations. So this one is running for check. So we are making sure that we use the grammar correctly. Uh, And in this case, I start with an email where I'm offering some support. Then another day, I send connection request with the message, which is personalized. And then I wait for days and I send another email message. Yeah, the same applies for the English version. So if I go for the running automations, this one is, for example, the sequence for the English one. So again, I'm calling the right name, connection request, email. Important thing is maybe why here is like first name AI. Uh, Sometimes we don't know the name because people signed up just with email, but from the email you can understand still the name. So we are using basically AI to look at the email, and if it's really, if you see that this is the first name dot last name, then we still call them with their name. If it's not sure, then we send something generic. So this is what I wanted to show. Tome, can you show us the new integrations that we are launching? Because this
Uh,
all looks complicated, but you can sync your Pipedrive
uh,
or HubSpot with just
N-
one click.
Now I will start with a little advertisement. Basically, what we're showing right now, we just built that in a December directly in Nathan in a low code. But we know that build something just like that can be really tough for non-technical people, and also it can be really time inefficient. So we just start moving forward with a native integration. At this moment is under feature stage, and we just slowly starting rolling the first customers on the integration. We just supporting right now the Pipedrive and HubSpot, and basically we just support for now the basic sync, but we already planning to add more till end of this week. And the setup is pretty easy. You just click on the add workflow. You just choose how often you would like to basically sync the Leadspicker project with your CRM. You can choose there the frequency. Also, if somebody is more technical, it's their
It
availability to
it can be
trigger
it
that
can be it can be real time. Yeah.
uh, trigger by API. But for demo purposes, I just choose only once. After that, you just choose the project that you would like to sync and click on the create. After that, you click on the connect. Here, I already installed the Leadspicker app directly in a CRM, so I just click only into the continue. And as a next step, you only choose the mapping columns. Basically, here is all columns that is supported in your CRM, and
But and
here
these are your columns. So if there is something that only you have, you can
uh,
map it here. Yeah.
basically this both text is a columns in a Leadspicker, and this is a columns basically from a CRM, so you can easily to find, okay, full name is a basically name. Here you can map the first name and last name, and after that you can continue with company LinkedIn. For on this account, I does not have created the company LinkedIn, but for example, company website, I have there the variable. And you can create basically the custom fields directly in a CRM for the scoring and etc. And after that, via Leadspicker to map this directly on this column. And after that, you just click on the update, and it starts syncing based on the frequency that you choose. If you are interested into this integration, basically based on the attendees, I already in a touch with some of you. So happy to jump on a call next week and make this happen also for you. But if you are interested, just feel free to reach out to me. It's new, and we are Yeah, Lukáš, exactly. And basically, we will be happy to test it out and deploy the multiple use cases because every CRM is a little bit different. And we would like to cover the multiple use cases and also all the integrations that we are doing a little bit smarter than other integrations. For example, in this person sync, we as a first we are trying to find the contact. If the contact is already exist, we only update them. We do not create the duplicities and etc. So that's pretty much all from the demonstration.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
under features which just let us know.
Thank you, Toma, for a little bit of shameless promotion. But so we had in the chat also a Salesforce user. So we are working on a Salesforce as well. It's just that we have right now much more people on HubSpot and Pipedrive and actual Raynet. So we are adding it to with some priority. But all of that, it's in you know I think Salesforce. If Tom takes some extra work over the weekend, then Salesforce could be there next week. But no, so and this is and this is just the beginning because all the workflows that we've been showing them, like the basic. You can have you can sync the contacts. You can create leads if they reply, and yeah, very soon we'll introduce also first AI agents because we already have some internally. So something like a robot which is reminding you that you forgot to follow up with this and this and this customer, or we have this transcript robot which is sending us all the objections why the customer didn't want to buy the solution and summarizing. So all of that is suddenly possible once you have access to data, email, LinkedIn, basically where the sales is happening. And yeah, AI is here, so we will be introducing more and more workflows and ideas. If you have any idea, something that you would like to have, feel free to drop it. We would like to go more into this and also build it more for our users instead of just throwing ideas randomly.
And I was basically at one additional thing. Basically, our end goal is to make the CRM up to date and sync there all the live data because the leads are basically you have one person and the decision process is a lit the decision process taking a long time, and for example 1 month it can be the ready to buy, but the month after that he just solving the other priorities. And for us it's also important to syncing the social signals. So for example when somebody start liking post about the AI or start liking the posts about the software development and etc., it can trigger some type of activity that this guy just considering this service to purchase or move forward with something in this branch. And for your salespeople these signals can be really useful and can be really interesting because for some of the business fully automation flow with outreach is working really amazing, but for the businesses with higher tickets, those social signal tracking and buying intent tracking make much more sense. And we would like to basically uh, streamline the process for the signal tracking with Leadspicker and CRM integrations, and after that with AI agents that will also able to control your sales rep if they are doing their activities correctly.
Yeah, to be maybe more specific about what Tom was saying. So here is the signal tracking thing. So this is my own. It's tracking the people from my CRM where we are in touch with them. So as you can see, today I got a couple of signals here, and if you look at this, so it says that Martin Ondrash from BizMachine. Well, we have actually, we can welcome you to our webinar next week because we have next week webinar with BizMachine about signals. So yeah, it seems that they've been posting something about this. And yeah, for me, a signal is if somebody is actually talking about the thing that we do. So I get notification, and then if this is like a high touch client, I just, I just can, with one click I can look at the post. I can go and just message the person directly, or I can just click on email, and the email gets filled out, and I can just write it manually. So AI, we are actually not that big fans of AI completely being automated in terms of email writing, but we really like the way that it can be the decision engine, helping you to process a lot of things, reason, and then let you know when you should react on this. I think this is it from the live demos today. And before we wrap up this webinar, I would be very helpful if you can ask, yeah, if you ask any questions. We are here to, yeah, we can stay here to answer anything that might be interesting for you. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, don't forget to, yeah, thanks to my, don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn. You can just reach us, ask any questions also after the webinar. But now it's time for questions. So do we have any questions? Yeah, does it track changes in job positions in our contacts? This is a great question. We have robot built exactly for this. We actually have or had a product dedicated just to this, but we realized that you also need to add, the outreach and notification and integration. So we merge it to the Leadspicker, to the main product. And yes, so you can sync data from your CRM and turn on the robot that will firstly enrich your data with LinkedIn profiles, because most probably you don't have LinkedIn profiles of all your people or your customers there. So the robot firstly finds them on LinkedIn, then checks what you have in your CRM versus what's on LinkedIn. And if it finds differences and some discrepancies, then it marks the ones that moved to new companies as a job change. And you can set this up as a notification. You can even turn on campaign on this, or you can just get notification in chat or Slack. It can write back to your CRM system and update or create new contacts. So all of that is now possible. Yes, very good question. Very good question. So if we have Salesforce, do we use your UI or everything directly from Salesforce?
Uh,
Mhm.
Basically, here I will jump in. Our UI is not that important. You will set it up only once, and basically the rest should be visible directly in a CRM. So we will set up the scoring models. After that, the signal tracking robots and signal tracking automation, and after that. Your internal users can see all the Leadspicker things directly in a CRM. So no Leadspicker interface isn't needed.
It's all controlled by the APIs. So at the end of the day, it could even update the spreadsheet instead. Our API can update your spreadsheet instead of the data table in our product, but we can just process much more data than some spreadsheets or Airtables. So I recommend doing it with just within our system, and update your Salesforce then.
But do not worry, your internal users do not need interact with a Leadspicker, because we totally understand that for some type of organization it can be pretty tough, and the CRM is just enough from a technical perspective.
Well, honestly, there's too many tools anyway. So learning new another tool, it's not what you might want to do. Uh, so do we have another question? So far, really good questions. Mhm. So maybe I will ask a question. Is any of you doing any LinkedIn outreach or LinkedIn content? And are you already synchronizing this in CRM with some tools like Surf or something like this? Does anybody know these tools? No, no, no. Okay, yeah. So I've been just on call with a couple of people. Yeah, yes, yes with Leadspicker, but via API, it's pain. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So looking forward to the integration. Yeah, well, API is very technical. Most of the people I'm in touch with every day don't know what's API. So yeah, integration is very good. Yeah, what I wanted to say is that there are some tools that can help you sync things from LinkedIn to the CRM systems, which are pretty good. We choose a little bit different way because we believe you should not be forced to click and do it manually. We can just set it up as an automation. And if you are in chat with somebody who was in your campaign as your lead, then we can sync it. And you don't need to go to LinkedIn, look up the person, look up the conversation, and click any button. We can do this. All right. Do we have any questions, or should we call this a day? Oh, we have a question from Lukasz. So thanks for one inspiration, the back and forth synchronization and enrichment on both sides, Leadspicker and CRM. It's interesting idea. We will dig deeper. Yes, yes, yes. And if you yeah, very much support builders and agencies who can build on what we have for other companies. So definitely you can reach to us if you would like to introduce any of these, maybe even bit custom for your customers. We can definitely help you out. We've built like hundreds of things like this, so happy to direct you the right way.
But two-way sync, basically, we also see the sense in this way, because basically we also need to take a care about the data that you have already in a CRM, and new data just enriching in some standard, but keep also the same quality and same information also for the old one.
Okay, so I think that's it for today. Thanks everybody for joining. We still have actually almost the same amount of people with us until the end of the webinar, which which I really like. Thanks a lot for joining. I hope it was useful. Follow us on LinkedIn and see you next time on any of our other webinars. Thank you and
So
have a nice day.
have a nice day. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.